Hey everybody, taco soup is calling my name. We're having some beautiful weather and some cooler weather, and there is no better meal to serve your family than a good soup. And today I'm going to be making taco soup, which is one of my favorite soups. And I also wanted to give you this tip. When you're having company over or you're planning something for your family, even during the holidays, you don't always have to have the traditional turkey or ham or dressing or whatever. I know you'll want to have that at some point, but if you're just having a casual get together, even a meal after a football game or before an event on Saturday morning, you could have it for lunch on Saturday with your friends and your family and your grandchildren. Make 2 or 3 different soups. I like to make chili, I like to make taco soup, and then I like to make a good potato soup. And so that gives 3 different ideas or 3 different soups that your family and friends can choose from, and it's just a wonderful way to have fun and fellowship and enjoy a good meal together too. So let's get busy. I'll get out my ingredients and we'll start making this taco soup. Before we start putting our soup together to cook, I wanted to show you a picture up close that's in my cookbook in case you want to order, or you can just have the recipe from today's video. But this is what it's going to look like. And y'all, it's so delicious during this cold weather that we're having. So I've started out with just a fraction over a pound of hamburger meat. And I have browned this. I did not add onions. I used the 85-15. And if there's any excess grease, you can certainly drain that off. The first thing that I'm adding is a 1 ounce package of original taco sauce. This is the mix, so I'm just going to put that in. Next, I'm adding a 1 ounce package of ranch seasoning. Now this is for salad dressing, so this is the dressing mix, not the dip, but it's the dressing mix. So I'm just going to add that to the browned meat. I'll give that a little stir. Next, I'm adding 2 cans of stewed tomatoes, and I believe this is a 14.5 can of stewed tomatoes, and we'll add 2 of those. You do not want to drain, so just leave the juice in. These tomatoes will break up and kind of tear apart and become smaller as you cook the taco soup. If you wanted to use diced tomatoes, petite diced tomatoes, or regular diced tomatoes, you could use that, but I like to use the stewed tomatoes. Next, I'm adding 1 can of Rotel tomatoes. This is diced tomatoes with green chilies. So that's going to give it that little over-the-top kick to it that we like in our taco soup. Next, I'm adding a can of yellow corn. Now, I did drain the corn, so that this is the only ingredient that I completely drained. I do partially drain some of the ingredients that I'll be adding, but I'll show you how to do that. Next, I'm adding 1 can of the dark kidney beans. You know how when you open a can of beans, the juice will be settled on top? I did drain that off, but you can see I left some juice. So I would say that I partially drained my kidney beans. Next, I'm adding some black beans, and I'm going to partially drain those, or I did partially drain them. Again, the juice was at the top, and I just poured that off. So I'm just adding that. Look how delicious and beautiful this is already looking. And the last ingredient that we're going to add is a can of pinto beans. Again, I drained the juice off of the top. So we're just adding those. These are a little bit thicker, so I'll take this spoon and kind of rake these out of the can. Just getting them all out. Y'all, this makes a large amount of soup. So if you're feeding your family, or even if this freezes well, if I don't use all of this, or if I don't share it with my neighbors, then I'll just put this in the freezer. I'll put it in individual containers, put it in the freezer, and then I'll have it on these cold days if I want it for lunch or if I want it for dinner. So now all that we have to do is put this on the stove, and I cook mine on low, bring it to a boil, and then cook it on low for about 45 minutes. If it's not quite as juicy as you want it, you could always add a little tomato juice to it. So now I'm going to the stove, and when it gets done, I'll be back and we'll taste it. Okay, let's check on our soup, our taco soup. You can see it cooking there. The steam is coming off of it. So we've just lifted our lid, and now we're going to stir it. Oh my goodness, y'all. This is going to be so, so delicious. Can you just taste it? Look at that. This is cooked for about 45 minutes, and I'm going to turn it off and let it sit for just a few minutes, and then we'll really do a taste test. Okay, y'all, our taco soup is ready to taste. I have me a bowl here, and I have a cup, measuring cup, that I'm just going to use to dip me a good cup of this soup out. So I'm just going to place it in my bowl like that. Y'all could probably eat 2 cups, but I won't. Now I'm going to put some sour cream on mine. This is so delicious with corn chips. Our grandchildren love it with corn chips. So I'm just going to put me a little dab of, I think I'll put a little bit more than that, of good sour cream on that. And now I'm going to put some cheese on mine. Why not? Oh my goodness. Look at that. I hope you can see it. Look at that. Look. Oh my goodness. Let me get back over here so I don't make a mess with this. So now it's taste time. Ooh, yum. I could eat my weight in this. I need to ask you to do something for me. I need for you to like and comment on my videos. That helps to get the videos out there more. It helps them to come up more on your phones, and it just helps the algorithms. So I know sometimes you forget to hit that like button, but if you do like this recipe and you enjoy my videos, if you'll give me a thumbs up or a like, then I would appreciate that very much. So anyway, I'm going to enjoy this soup. I hope you have a blessed day, and I'll see you again really, really soon. Yum. This is some good stuff. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.